Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. And the Longhorns kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Bruins offense will have the football first. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. Great young back that they are really excited about the big things he can bring to this offense. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on second down. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The run inside. It's Edwards. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Snaps on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on fourth down, and rolling the dice pays off. Hits the hole. It's Martin. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left. Have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got...
Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Timed it perfectly to not get free and forces the third down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Longhorns offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first. In this one. And here comes Arch Manning. This could be the best year of all. He is locked in, knows the offense inside out, and the expectations are through the roof.
Well, I think one big reason this guy decided to come back was because he wants to build on that draft stock and he wants to lock in a first-round grade. That's what a lot of people are talking about. When you watch the film from a year ago, he has wow moments. This guy can make every single throw, and so there are a lot of eyeballs on this kid this year. He has a big one today.
A big one, and this is the only place to start, right? You got to start with the first one. But I think, too, more experience. He's got it in the past. Now, he's seen everything. I look for him this year to absolutely shred defenses. He knows how to read them. He's got all the physical tool set. He stayed for another year, so he's a senior. He's been in the system. This dude is going to be an absolute stud.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. Makes a man miss. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to the well. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Here we go, ready. Black 14. Ready, go. Ready, go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Manning from the gun on third down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Hits inside, it's Edwards. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quick handoff. Shows him the stiff arm. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sweet cut there. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Right side, it's Edwards. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Buys time to his left. Gets rid of it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Turning it on. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Rush right in his face. He makes the catch. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Hands it off. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
You know, that really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
To throw, Manning. The screen, and watch out. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely center cut. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the first.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on first. Fires to the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Straight ahead, it's Edwards. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking down the middle. Caught, it's Phillips. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes a catch. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over in the 18.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
In traffic, it's Townsend. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gets the back moving. Makes the catch. It's McCutcheon. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the RPO, got him. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. They'll run the counter. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's throwing interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Fires to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Changing the routes with his receivers. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking long. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground, and so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
This time it's complete. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Rush is on. Unloads in the nick of time.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Manning on play action. Out wide right, it's Townsend. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Hart's going to spin it again. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's loose. Touchdown, Longhorn. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Quick give. It's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've
and that is interception number 3 on the day.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third down from the gun, Manning. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one.
Personal foul.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. He got it. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that.
Personal foul. Looking the kicker.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Fresh set of downs going up top. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football,
it makes the catch and he's free. He's stopped and he's got enough to move the chain. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Going with the counter play here. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. In the backfield, it's McCutcheon. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll ride him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Caught on the RPO. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. The Longhorns looking to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Manning. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. From the gun, it's Edwards. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This time, they'll throw it. Right side, it's Cox. Still on his feet at the 45. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. New set of downs after the completion. Takes the handoff. It's Martin. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Running inside, it's Shepard. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Catch in the middle, it's McCutcheon. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Texas. A great catch and run for 6.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can...
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Motion from the wide receiver. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Manning with a play fake. Got his man. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. On the run, it's Shepard. All over him immediately.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Here's Arts to throw. Right down the middle. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. On the ground with the counter. Hard running there. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Makes a connection. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Shepard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Caught in the backfield. It's McCutcheon. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 3rd and long. A lot of ground to cover. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They give it to him again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Swamped immediately.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB came flying in there, gets the first sack of the game.
Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Got to make the play on 4th. Unloads it downfield. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And the Bruins have this offense rolling. Delayed handoff. It's Edwards. Nice move there. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Play action on 1st down. Flush to the left. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to add another. splits those uprights right in half. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Motion from the wideout. They go to the counter. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go play action with Manning. Got it in the middle. It's Townsend. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Longhorns right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Line gets set, first down. The run inside, it's Shepard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Right back to it. Drag down.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Runs through a tackle. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Gonna run it. It's Shepard. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Hits inside. It's Edwards. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Offense working from the pistol. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
On the move from inside his 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary.
Gonna take a shot. Upstairs, he's got it. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. On first down, here comes this offense. Sends it back in motion. Drops back on first down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And it looks as if they'll have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer as they bring in the jumbo dudes for the two-point try. He's got it, so they convert the two and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Straight ahead, it's Shepard. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the run, it's Shepard. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. He now has 91 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They're going to run it to the right. On the move at the 30. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.